Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for March 28th. March 28th is the 87th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 88th in leap years, with 278 days remaining until the end of the year. Today's word is stridulant. It's an adjective meaning shrill or making a harsh, grating sound. It comes to us from Latin, and its earliest documented use is 1843, stridulant. So I guess you could say that as much as I love those crazy old crows out there, their calls are a bit stridulant. I'd like to take a moment to mention that links to my research are included in the show notes. I encourage you to go ahead and click that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video. You could do that with a link in your email or social media. And with that, we're going to start in the year 37. Yes, that's right, 37, when Roman Emperor Caligula accepted the titles of Principate bestowed upon him by the Senate. Pretty sure everyone who lived regretted it later on, but there you go. This is the birthday of Italian Renaissance painter and architect Rafael, born March 28, 1483. He only lived to the age of 37, but oh my goodness, he sure made some amazing art while he was alive. This is the birthday of German-American brewer Frederick Pabst, who founded the Pabst Brewing Company. He was born on March 28, 1836. He lived to the age of 67. This is the birthday of August Anheuser Busch Jr., born March 28, 1899. He was called Gussie and was indeed involved in the Anheuser-Busch Brewing Company, founded by his grandfather Adolphus. Gussie had a lot to do with making the company as big as it is today, serving as company chairman from 1946 to 1975. He also owned the St. Louis Cardinals franchise in Major League Baseball from 1953 until his death. Mr. Busch passed away in 1989 at the age of 90. The first American citizen was killed during World War I on March 28, 1915. It's getting to be that time of year now. On March 28, 1920, what is known as the Palm Sunday tornado outbreak of 1920 affected the Great Lakes region and the Deep South states. This is the birthday of Polish-American political activist and analyst, 10th United States National Security Advisor, Zbigniew Brzezinski, born March 28, 1928. He died in 2017 at the age of 89. Oh my goodness, this is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, producer, and actress Reba McEntire. Born March 28, 1955, father of the blues W.C. Handy died on March 28, 1958. More than 25,000 mourners filled the streets around the church where his funeral was held. He was 85 at the time of his passing. American Olympic gymnast and sportscaster Bart was born on March 28, 1958. On March 28, 1959, the State Council of the People's Republic of China dissolved the government of Tibet. 34th President of the United States and one of the most highly regarded American generals of World War II, President Dwight D. Eisenhower, died on March 28, 1969. He was 78. This is the birthday of American actor Vince Vaughn, born March 28, 1970. At 4 a.m. on March 28, 1979, the worst accident in the history of the U.S. nuclear power industry began when a pressure valve in the Unit 2 reactor at 3 Mile Island failed to close, leading to a coolant leak, which led to the core overheating and a partial meltdown. Meltdowns are never good, whether they're nuclear reactors or drama queens. You don't even have to be a drama queen to melt down, and they're still no good. On March 28, 1990, President George H.W. Bush posthumously awarded Jesse Owens the Congressional Gold Medal. And that's all I have for you today. As always, links to my research are included in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a like if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share if you found this interesting or informative. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
I found this on the web.
Thank you, but I wasn't talking to you. Thank you. Oh, we're still recording. Okay, good. 1995, Mississippi, the Volkswagen microbus. Okay, I don't know how all that's going to go together, or if it's even going to make it to the video. We'll just see. That's not going to go. Probably cut all that out. That'll all be laying on the cutting room floor. So I'll just do that whole thing over. That might not make it into the video. We'll see. Changing it up.